Hello there, this is Momentous 2016 and right now we're talking about Upland Resources. We are here with Steve Staley just here. It's the oil and gas sector, it's volatile, so it's very interesting to chat about this, but you are UK based, aren't you? Can you just briefly explain how you fit into this huge industry?
Okay, well we are a fairly small company, we're a relatively new company. We listed on the London Stock Exchange about a year ago and raised 1.3 million, and what we do is we go out and try and find the rubies in the dust. We find those assets, those opportunities that might have been overlooked by other companies or have never been looked for.
Such as?
Well, for example, our first asset, onshore UK in the East Midlands, contains a field called Hardstuff field. It's the first ever field discovered in Britain, 1919. But we've gone back and we've remapped it, and we believe that there's about 6.75 million barrels that they left in the ground.
Oh wow, well that's exciting. So what does that mean for your company? Presumably lots of money.
Well, we hope so, yes. And it means an opportunity to develop that field and to export that oil to the nearest refinery. And we believe a very good deal for our shareholders.
And in your company, as you've just alluded to, it looks out for untouched opportunities, right? In that regard, is it a risky company or is it exciting company? What would you say in that respect?
Certainly exciting. I think there is an element of risk in oil and gas exploration, but what we're very careful to do is to do our due diligence. So before we take on any particular asset, we will spend a lot of time assessing what the risks are and quantifying them, and only if we're absolutely certain that the risk versus the reward is very advantageous will we go for it. And that's exactly what we've done with this first asset.
Okay, Steve, let's talk about your international ventures. Can you tell us a bit more about that and how that revolves into your company?
Sure, yeah, we are, as you say, we're UK based, but we are looking at opportunities in Morocco and in Malaysia at the moment. And why there? Well, they're areas where we play to our strengths. So I've a lot of experience in Morocco myself, and two other members of our board are Malaysian, our chairman and one of our other directors, and they bring with them a lot of experience from the oil industry and contacts at levels of government. So one of the gentlemen is from Sarawak and the other from the rest of Peninsular Malaysia, and so between them they have very good contacts that enable us to find deals that might not otherwise be possible.
And if I'm going to invest in your company, how would you inspire me to do that? Why would I want to invest in your company?
Oh, well, several reasons. We are prudently and run. We don't have very high overheads. We have no debt. We have within the company a track record of success so far. We listed less than a year ago at a penny. We're now 1.5p. We have a good first asset, a very good first asset, and we believe that we will have other very good assets to add to it. We have a track record of success. I was a director of Cove Energy, which we took from a market capitalisation of less than £2 million to the sale price of £1.2 billion in less than 3 years. I'm a director of 88 Energy, which is, we like to think, on a similar trajectory, this time in Alaska, where we think, the biggest unconventional play left in North America. So Upland Resources, we hope, is looking at a similar future.
In terms of the oil and gas industry, it's been battered for the last 2 years or so, right? How has that played into your company?
Okay, yeah, well, you're right. I mean, it has been battered with low oil price, and we're just starting to see that hopefully improve.
But the glut is still very much there, isn't it?
There is a glut there, but I think hopefully with OPEC's agreement next month, we should see possibly a floor put underneath the oil price. For us, that's great. We raised our money at a time of low oil price, and I think that really sort of showed the faith that our investors put in us. And as we see, hopefully rising, but at least firming up oil prices, we'll be able to reward them amply.
Okay. In terms of money and profitability, where are you at right now and where are you going?
Okay, at the moment we are a typical oil and gas exploration company. So we're at the investment stage. We are paying to have seismic done, to have wells drilled. We will make a decision in the future whether we want to produce those wells ourselves and make the revenue from that, or, as they say, farm out, i.e. sell on part of that to typically a larger company for a profit. So we're at the start of the process, but now is a very good time to be doing it, because we've been looking at assets that are undervalued because of the low oil price, and hopefully as things improve, we will see the value of those assets improve.
Mm-hmm. And Steve, why are you here this evening?
Well, to meet investors, existing and potential new investors.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important to do that. It's sometimes I speak as an investor myself. Sometimes you would like to ask questions of the people who run companies, and I think this is a great forum to do it.
Absolutely. All right, Steve Staley, thank you very much indeed. Upland Resources there, talking about the oil and gas sector and how his business is involved in that.